Hey, everybody, welcome to our first live broadcast for today. Susan, if you check your LinkedIn messages, we sent you the promo code for that special promotion. Now, I am celebrating my 29th year in network marketing. And 29 years. And it's kind of appropriate that I've stepped into a whole new arena. And that is with the release of Max GPT. We got off to a crazy start in July, and I'm happy to say that I'm told that a number of you that ordered with the old shopping cart are all in the process of receiving refunds. Some of you got it already. Some of you can expect it. In the meantime, for those of you that registered early, you received an email requesting that you go back and register again and purchase it again. So you need to do that right away. Because there's an affiliate program attached to it. And because we want to keep the integrity of the matrix, because anybody that you tell, anybody that you refer to Max GPT, you get on a commission, which is huge. I'm hearing from former students. The other day I heard from Pat Seamer. Now, Pat reached out to me in December 2010. Everybody's got a story. 2010. He paid someone $5,000. He had a business he was starting, and he wanted to sell it. His particular market was horses. So he paid somebody $5,000 for advice on doing it. He needed to build a list. So this pseudo expert told him, well, you need a website. And then you need to have some kind of an offer that would entice people. You have to give something away so that you can collect your email address. When you have a list of at least 5,000 people, then you can start marketing to the list. And I told him, Pat, that's so wrong. Now, back then, LinkedIn only had 90 million people. And normally, 2010, I didn't look at a social network that didn't have at least 100,000 people. I'm sorry, 100 million people. But then I checked, and at the beginning of the year, LinkedIn had 40 million people. By December, they were up to 90. So we held our first LinkedIn boot camp. Now, LinkedIn back in 2010 was nothing like it is today. Nothing. And I remember I'm trying to dig up the correspondence. She sent me a very, very nice success story. It says something to the effect that, Max, My wife told me she was skeptical about working with you, but she's happily eating her words. He met somebody on LinkedIn that had a list of 50,000 horse people. Even though you could go on LinkedIn, he connected with somebody that already had a list, and he was off and running. 10 years later, and by the way, he paid me $5,000. 10 years later, he come back. And now the business that I helped him get off the ground was thriving, the $1 million business. And he bought a CBD company. He was getting into the CBD business. And he wanted to go and start marketing his new company, his new products to the people in his old company. Charge him another $5,000. And in 90 days, he had such great results that he ended up selling the company, and he made millions. So I got this over the weekend. I once invested $10,000 to grasp this insight. Shortly after, we embarked on the journey to establish an 8-figure business. Now, I don't care what you're selling. If you know specifically who you want to talk to, who would buy what you're selling, there are millions of people waiting for you on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you need to be. If you're not talking to 10 people about your business every day, you could be. And frankly, if you're not closing 1 or 2 people a week, then you're either talking to the wrong people or you're saying the wrong things. End of story. So we've had some amazing success stories. And because it's my 29-year anniversary, I'm doing some things that is driving, frankly, my accountant crazy. If you haven't ordered Max GPT yet, or if you did, you haven't reordered, you need to do that today. Why? Because at the end of the week, tomorrow, we're going to be locking down the matrix. And if you ordered before, and then you started telling people about it, there are people under you that we want to compensate you if you could tell somebody about it, or maybe you tell somebody and they tell someone. So you need to do that today. If necessary, contact my office and they'll help you do it. It's cool. Just contact them. They'll help you do it. Got to tell you, I have never been more excited. So millions of experienced professionals on LinkedIn now want to know what you're doing. Who are they? What do they do? And how do you find them? It's going to be the subject for my August boot camp. Now, for those of you that have been in previous boot camps, I promise you the August boot camp is going to be unlike any other boot camp, because scripts have changed, strategies have changed, and in this boot camp, we're going to start teaching everybody how you can make money with Max GPT. See, this was a formula that was created years ago, and I thought it was brilliant. So it's not something that I created. People used to develop systems. I used to call them system sellers. And so you buy into a system, and then they would teach you how, if you want to make money, how you can sell the system. So in effect, what were you doing? You were buying a system to build your business, and then they taught you how to sell it to other people. So while you were trying to build your business, you could make money selling the system. Brilliant. But in my case, I thought it was disingenuous. I'm here to help you build your networking business that's going to generate residual income. So for me to do what those other people were doing, in my opinion, wasn't honest. By the same token, the system sellers were selling systems that were not easy to apply. And so most of the people that were selling systems found that the people they were selling the system to, they'd sign up, they drop out in 30 or 60 days. Because if you get into a business and you can't make money right away, people drop out. So I never did it until in November of 2022, artificial intelligence came on the field. Artificial intelligence. Ever since its first introduction, I've been studying it. I've been watching it last year in November and December. For those of you that were with me back then, you know that we introduced it in our November and December boot camp, but it was defective. So in January, I started working on Max GPT. And we released it in July, but we had an issue. The processor had order forms that were not conducive to what we were trying to sell. So the first day, it broke. It took a couple of days to get it up again. And again, we discovered that the forms were defective. So it took us 2.5 weeks to change. And so for any of you that purchased Max GPT in early July, actually probably up to maybe the 27th or the 28th of July, in many cases, your order didn't go through, or it did go through, but it was still on the wrong processor. So to keep the integrity of everything, we literally had to revamp everything, which is why you all should have received an email, for those of you that purchased it already. Do it again. Now, we've determined that refunds are in the process for everybody. Half of the people that did it already got them. The other half are going to get them. So I am looking forward to helping everybody have an amazing second half of the year, because what you're going to be able to do with Max GPT is you're going to be able to make some side money that can be pretty significant. It's only a 33% commission. So let me So if you go to Max GPT, you got 3 options. On a monthly basis, you can get it for $19.97. That is 50% less than some other artificial intelligence things that are being promoted. Half price, 200% better. You could also, and this is for the folks that recognize the quality of everything that I've ever done, you can pay an annual rate of $197 and get 2 months free. Or we offered a lifetime subscription for $297. So when you're talking to people about their business, and this is going to be unbelievably effective, especially when we're talking to network marketers in companies that are struggling. We talked about some of them over the weekend. You've got Rodan and Fields, which is having a major exodus because they changed the comp plan. You have companies like Max International that people are leaving. You have Juice Plus. And there's 4 or 5 other companies where people are bailing. Now, we have one of my students. I got a text from him this morning. Bought the lifetime access. And he recommended it to 20 people. Every time he recommended it and somebody got it, he made $98. So he's already made $1,900 side money. Now, unfortunately, the lifetime access expires actually probably by the end of the week because we only did it for a limited number. But for the folks, you take $197, you make $65. You recommend it to 10 people, you made $650. And that's what we're looking to do. Max GPT is something that is universal for everybody. Everybody's going to want it. Everybody's going to use it. And the best part about it is, once you have it, you type in what you need and what you want. Pop it in there. Now, additionally, we pop over here. What LinkedIn has added, what LinkedIn has done, they have added some new elements, some new features. Dennis, you bought Lifetime twice, one sign up. I'm sure it's going to be okay. Now, between the people that you're already connected to, LinkedIn has added a new feature called Catch Up. And I'm not talking about the red stuff. And so we have all kinds of new strategies that you're going to be able to use to take advantage of this feature all by itself. Excuse me. The success stories that are going to come out of people that participate in my August boot camp are going to set new records Our goal is to help everybody that has aspirations to become a top earner by the end of the year to do so. As a result, I sent out an email inviting everybody to participate in our August boot camp and our summer retreat for $98. So check your email or go to maxsteingart.com/retreat combo. And use the promo code Big Deal. maxsteingart.com/retreat combo. Use the promo code Big Deal. My 29th year anniversary to everyone. Jump into our August boot camp and participate in our top earner retreat at the end of August. And one final thing, for any of you that were previous boot camp students, I have a special coaching promotion where we're offering huge discounts for coaching for 5 people. For those of you that have existing coaching time, you might want to pick it up. Extra time for less money. And for those of you that are anticipating or entertaining the idea of getting into coaching, write to support@maxsteingart.com. This is only going to be good for the next 3 days. I understand Callie is already talking to people about it. Tonight at 9 o'clock, we have another special webinar. August is going to be a crazy month. And the thing is that most people in network marketing slide in August. They get ready for September. And what we're going to help you do in August is get a jump on your competition. So make sure, again, that you get over to Max GPT, get registered. If you're having a problem with any part of it, example, we learned that if you're in Canada, the shopping cart there's an issue with putting in a zip code. So if you're in Canada, what you need to do before you place your order, you need to go to the part where you register the country and change it to Canada, and then everything will go through. Otherwise, if you started to fill out the form and it's in the United States, then when it comes to the zip code, just put 12345 and it'll go through. Let me just say, that I have 29 years, never seen anything like what LinkedIn has done to make it easy for you to build a business. Nothing. Nothing. And there are going to be more people that rank advance like crazy in the next 5 months than ever before. And it all comes down to talking to the right people on LinkedIn. So until next time, best of luck in building your business and God